Hey y'all, welcome to Joy Crafted Greetings. Tonight we're going to make a card that I put on my Facebook page a couple weeks ago. This one, the Drape Refold card. I made this one with Everyday Happiness DSP. And tonight, and then I made this one to go back and write down dimensions and everything so I could share it with you. This one I made with the Serene Love DSP, which I'm sure y'all have seen that I really like the Serene Love DSP. I've made a couple things with it. And the one we're gonna make together, I'm gonna use lovely Garden DSP, this piece here that has this on the back, and the Melon Mambo, I believe is what it's called, Melon Mambo cardstock. So, let's get to making. The first thing you need to do is cut your cardstock down. Excuse me. You will need your cardstock cut down to 11 by 4 1/4, which I've gone ahead and done that. And then you're going to fold that into your card. It looks like I was off a hair, so I will fix that when I fold it. Thankfully, paper is very trainable. So get my bone folder and just there. Okay. I'm gonna do this kind of book style like that. Okay, set that aside. This piece has to be 8 by 4 inches. So this is what we're going to make the drapery part of the card with, this part here. Okay? So I've already cut it down to 8 by 4. Now we're just going to, let's see, we're going to get the cutting blade out of the way, and we're going to do our scoring to make the drapery. All right. We need to score it at 1 1/4. One 3/4. Three. 3 1/2. 4 3/4. 5 1/4. 6 1/2. And 7. Now you may have noticed that I go over these several times. I'll tell you why. DSP is a little thinner than cardstock. It's very easy to just punch right through. So rather than pressing hard and risking punching through, I just go slowly, and that keeps that from happening typically. Now, before I put my trimmer up, let's grab a ruler, and on the right hand side, I'm going to mark, just put a little mark at the 1 1/4 on the right hand side. So there's my mark right there. Now, we're going to go ahead and cut our angle by putting the mark in the little trench in the trimmer, and then just swing it around until the bottom corner is in the trimmer, okay? Close that down and cut. So be sure when you do this that you keep the wide end to the left and the narrow end to the right, okay? I think that's all we need this for right now, so let's put this up. Now, we're gonna fold this piece fan style. I'm sure you remember, some of you remember when you were younger making paper fans. We're basically gonna do the same thing. Your first fold is gonna be folding over or forming a valley. And then fold back on the second one. Up and back all the way down to the end. Oops, that one's off a hair. There we go. All right, so this is your drapery. Because we're using double-sided DSP, that back shows through so that when it's against your melon mambo, you'll be able to see both the front and the coordinating back. Okay? So let's just go ahead and crease these down pretty well. Then we're going to open it back up. Okay, flip it over on back. And we're just going to use some Stampin' Seal, run across the top, down each side, and then just a little bit in the folds going down, okay? So across the top, each side. And then in the half-inch folds in the middle, I'm just going to do about halfway down on each of those, maybe not quite halfway, or maybe a little more, however much you want it to kind of move around. You can do that. Okay, now you're just going to fold it back. Okay. And then just a little bit more Stampin' Seal before we put it down on our melon mambo. You're going to want to leave about 1/8 of an inch all the way around the top and down the side, and then about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. Just kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So stick that down there and there. And there we go. There's the drapery part of our card. All right. Now we need this part up here. So for that part, we are going to need a piece that's I believe it's going to be 1 1/4. Let's see. maybe 1 3/8. We'll do 1 3/8 by 4. So this piece is 5 inches. That'll work. I'm just going to cut a piece off that is 4 inches wide. And then we're going to cut it down to 1 3/8. Now on this piece, we're going to use the back side. And we're going to put it right there. Oh, I think I'm going to take a little bit more off of that. I want just a little bit better. Let me do another 1/8 off of that. Okay. There we go. Now, if your bottom part is a little crooked, that's okay. We're going to cover up this space here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this to go all the way across, and it'll just cover up that little transition there from the between the two coordinating colors. So let me trim that down. We need that to be the width of the card, which is 4 1/4. Okay. And there we go. And I'm just going to keep using my Stampin' Seal for this. There we go. It's pretty. I went just a hair long. Can you see that? No, it's just a little bit long right there. So I'm going to just trim that down a hair just so it doesn't show. There we go. All right. Now, for the sentiment, I wanted to use the Unbounded Love stamps and dies. So I wanted to use the faith as being sure of what we cannot see. I really like that, and these are some really nice sentiments to have on hand. It's a little bit of everything. Best of luck. My heart goes out to you. Have a blessed day. Feel better soon. You're truly a blessing. There are just some really good sentiments on this, so this is one to have in your stash if you can. And then the dies that go with it are framelits. And there are a bunch of them. You get all of these framelits and the coordinating leaves to go with it. Okay? I chose to use these two right here, right here. And the faith is being sure of what we cannot see. I used Garden Green ink to coordinate with my pretty DSP, and then I used that same DSP to cut the frame to go around it, and I'm just going to glue this down just like that. Just using a tiny little bead of glue. Doesn't take much. There we go. There. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop it up a little bit. Just make it stand out from the card a little. Here we go. There, that's probably more than I needed, but I like to put plenty just in case I want to mail it. I know that it has to be pretty strong to withstand the everything that it goes through in the mail room at the post office. Okay. I'm going to stick this right here in the center of, of the card, right there on that melon mambo strip. There we go. Now for the inside, let's see, that one's a little large. Let's try this one. Hey, there we go. So I'm just going to stick this down on the inside so that we have something that we can sign on. This would be a really good place if you want to fussy cut maybe a little of the cardstock to stick it on the inside, just to kind of carry over the pretty flower theme. There we go. So you can cut out a pretty flower to just stick right there. That'd be nice. But I'm not going to take the time to do that tonight. I think I do want a little bling on it, so let me see what I've got here. Maybe. Ah, there we go. How about that? That'll be pretty. Oh, or these. I think I like these. Okay. You gotta have bling. Bling is great. Okay. It adds so much to the card. Just a couple little jewel dots or sequins or anything like that. It just adds that special touch to the card. Okay, let's see. How about pink one there? Pink there. And how about a green one there. That looks odd. Let's see. I tell you what, let's do a little. You're not wanting to pick up for me. Let's see. There we go. That might help a little. There you go. That may be more bling than what you like, but I do like a sparkle on my cards. So there we go. That is our finished drapery card or curtain card. I will put all of the measurements in the description along with the products and the tools that I used. And I'd love to see your pictures if you'll post them on my Facebook page or post them in the comments. I would love to see your cards. If you have any questions for me, please put them in the comments and like and share my video if you enjoyed this. I hope you have a blessed day.